Well, the exhaust is finally on the car. It has taken so long just to get everything in place. A lot of stuff fell through, but I ended up taking it to a local shop called Showtime Performance. They, brake changes, suspension stuff, oil changes, whatever. They do exhaust fabs though as well. Real good prices, and they've got a thing where they just can't keep their hands off of LS motors. So if you got anything like a Tahoe or Silverado that's got an LS in it, take it up there. They'll do a good job. Real good prices on putting a stage 1 or stage 2 cam in. Check them out. They also showed me a big time mistake on my part with the exhaust. So once again, another issue. Everything we touch always has an issue, so I guess just follow along, see what happens. So yeah, here's our bottom of the header here. We've got the collector. We're gonna mount it here, and essentially the exhaust is just gonna travel right down this cavity. We're gonna pull these heat shields off. Maybe a correction. I think the heat shield's already off. But it's gonna basically end right before the gas tank, I believe. I kind of wanted to turn it there, run it more towards the tire, but you know what? It's not really going to make that much of a difference, so we'll just make it nice and easy. So this is the Borla X1. So yeah, this thing came packaged very well. I drop a link for you. Got it off of eBay. These things are very common. You can get them on Summit Racing, Jegs, and all that. Very common, just universal muffler, but they make them in different sizes as far as inlet and outlet, but came very well packaged. You got some info from Borla. Some stickers. We love stickers, like a bunch of babies when it comes to stickers. Look at that sucker. We're gonna do 3" in the header back. So this is gonna be our, should fit. We're gonna have to have this thing fabbed up, but basically we're gonna go with this dude here. So this is 2.5 inches. I think once we have it, so we're gonna use this pipe just to demonstrate. I thought this is gonna be enough material. As long as we don't want a big exhaust, I mean, less exhaust is less weight. So we got this 3" elbow here. This 90 is gonna be plenty. We're gonna cut just enough, maybe 10 degrees. And then 10 degrees on this side. We'll flip it around and weld it to where it's gonna basically tuck the exhaust up into the exhaust cavity a little bit more. It's basically gonna, instead of the exhaust sitting down here, it's gonna just sit 1 inch farther up into the car. It's gonna give us a little bit better clearance. On the one hand, the header's still what it is, so that's really the main thing. But I'd rather not have the whole exhaust at that low. Let's just bring it up. So what we'll have, the remaining piece here, I'm just gonna weld on the end here. That'll be like our turn down. I'm just waiting for another like a 3 foot, 4 foot piece in the mail. So essentially, you can figure we'll weld this straight onto that. This donut is actually gonna go on the header. And so it's gonna fit like this. And it should bolt right up. On this side, we'll have some 3" stainless steel like that. So it's not gonna be like, I mean, it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna have a 1/4 inch all around where it's not like nice and seamless. I'm really not worried that much about it. I mean, this is not $1 million race car. This is a bucket of crap. So this thing, I'm hoping, man, I think this thing's gonna sound awesome. Finally got in the cap for the rear windshield wiper delete. Thought I ordered this earlier in the year, and they ended up sending me something that doesn't fit, so we removed the entire assembly for the rear windshield wiper on the hatch. We're gonna pop this little cap. I'm gonna pop a cap in it. That was pretty easy. Just a bottom cap, a seal. There's a stud. It's actually got a hex in there. There you go. I'll drop a link. Did a good job on this exhaust valve. The only problem is I have no clearance, none, and it's no one's fault but mine. I shouldn't have bought such a fat muffler. I think I've got about 1.5 inches off, right at 1.25 inches to 1 inch ground clearance because of this thing. That ain't gonna work at all, so we're gonna have to figure something out, either raise the car, or maybe I could relocate the muffler to this area, but I don't think it's going to give us much more clearance, honestly. Maybe something I'm just going to have to look at. Possibly might have to sell it and just put a 2.5 inch in, or find a muffler that isn't as big. But since it's already on there, it's not like we can't drive the car, so might as well fire her up and see what she sounds like, right? So as awesome as this exhaust is, it sounds wonderful, lightweight, it's just too dang low to the ground. And, you know, the frustrating thing is it's not like I'm tucking my tires, you know. You basically have the tire is flush with the fender here. So we can raise it, you know, 1/2 inch or so, maybe 1/2 inch in the back, but that's not going to give us a ton more clearance, you know. I mean, if we don't do something, we're just going to tear the dang muffler up. The exhaust sounds absolutely terrific. Couldn't be happier with the exhaust. We did run into a pretty major problem, and it's just one of those things. It's another pain. So not really sure what route we're gonna take. We're gonna have to mess around with some stuff, and that's gonna take about a month or two to work out the kinks, just because we're moving. So we'll just have to do an update later or something. And you got one more right here.
Okay.
It's not on there. You might have to use the socket for that. So here, you're gonna have to use this.